Oh yeah, and I want to tell you all other patterns I've noticed about nosy people. When I was at a homeless shelter in what was it? It was in the state of Rhode Island, in the southeast tip of Rhode Island. I think it was called Newport or something like that. It's in the southeast tip of Rhode Island, and the person that worked at the homeless shelter, he was all questioning me as if I had something to hide, which I didn't have anything to hide at all. I mean, you know, but he was coming at me with a tone of voice and demeanor, trying to act like he had something on me, trying to play I got you games. That was in that town in Rhode Island. I was at a psych ward in New Hampshire, and this one dude came at me with that same tone of voice and same demeanor, trying to act like he got something on me with his tone of voice. It's especially with their tone of voice they convey that they got something on you. Okay, now I was in the Hartford, Connecticut homeless shelter one time, and this one dude, I played him in chess, which I don't recommend you do that with somebody you don't know. Okay, unless you're like, I don't know. I don't recommend doing that unless it's like online, where you can easily not respond to somebody. Okay, which is easy in the real world as well, but especially when you're doing it online. But he found out that I drove my $200 Honda Civic hatchback that was from like 1985 from Kansas all the way to Hartford, and so he asked me out of the blue, I think he might have asked how I made my money or how I bought my car or whatever. But I know he asked me, I'm pretty sure he asked me how I bought my car. I told him I got the money from when I was briefly in boot camp, and I didn't make it past boot camp. I bought it with the money I got from boot camp and the Army. And so he was like, well, how do you pay for gas? And I was like, I'm about to run out of gas. And that was actually true, but and then another time, and this is very strange and odd in and of itself too, because this was in Springfield, Massachusetts, where this happened, in a homeless shelter. Most of the people at this shelter were from like Puerto Rico. And there was this one woman that worked there. Remember what I told you? Many times women will be nosy. Men will do that as well, but more often than not, it's a woman. Okay. And this woman was like exchanging a few words with me, and she was like, why don't you want to answer my question, or something to that effect? Do you got something to hide? And this is kind of odd, because when I went to this public library in Springfield, Massachusetts, that same town, I discovered a book called The Ultimate Personality Guide. And it says that middle-born people value their privacy. I've experienced this before I read about that in that book. Okay. And that's another thing too. You could go to one area because you've heard it was a certain way, and come to find out it's completely the opposite in some ways. You know what I'm saying? And I'll talk about that more on another YouTube video or so. But so I think that's pretty much all I got for this subject on techniques of how to never get busted again. Till next time, bye for now.